a lot of people will be collecting a lot of things that are not good for you in the next week or so with Trick or Treat right around the corner. And I saw this story from Fox 43. I'm not really sure where Fox 43 is. I'm guessing somewhere out in Midwest Pennsylvania or out towards Pittsburgh. But what is the age limit for trick or treating in Pennsylvania? So
Harrisburg.
That's a Harrisburg affiliate?
Harrisburg, York, Lancaster, Lebanon.
Okay, beautiful. Thankfully, there's no trick-or-treating age limit in Philadelphia, which obviously means all people of all ages could show up for candy and fun. But according to a USA Today survey, more than a quarter of adults believe that children are never too old to trick-or-treat. A live poll with over 12,000 votes has almost 50% of participants claiming you're never too old to go door to door. In that same poll, 77% of participants said that there shouldn't be an age limit on trick-or-treating. In some places, though, there are laws banning certain age groups from participating in the Halloween tradition. For example, Chesapeake, Virginia limits trick-or-treating to kids 14 and under. Trick-or-treaters, if they get caught, could be charged with a Class 4 misdemeanor. I mean, I'm all about law and order, but that seems a little excessive. So if you're 15 years old and they find out you're doing it, they would hit you with a Class 4 misdemeanor. I'd be stunned if they actually enforced that on the books. And Upper Deerfield Township, New Jersey, has had a trick-or-treat age recommendation for over 30 years that advises against trick-or-treating for kids over 12, which seems a little get-off-my-lawn-ish. But action has reportedly never been taken. In Belleville, Illinois, a law actually forbids children over the age of 12 from wearing a mask. Yes, and I think no kid should wear a mask because if you get COVID, it's a different mask. I'm sorry, it's a Halloween mask. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I would say if Nick Kayal was running the world, I think 16 is the cutoff.
16?
Yeah, not like 17 and 18-year-olds, juniors and seniors in high school. No,
16 is too old.
You think 16 is too old?
It's way too old.
What, you think 14? Like 8th graders, freshmen in hike school?
In Chestnut Hill, we go around and they give out wine.
Oh yeah,
well, parents.
I've noticed that. Like the adults, it's like an opportunity to give out booze.
Yeah,
but like
so it's like a little people come to their door. They either have beer or they have like the bottle of wine. Here's the pour.
In this day and age of Bidenomics, I'm not giving out candy, much less booze.
JC3 says age 12 should be the limit. I agree with that.
What?
I think 12.
12 seems
Can I tell you something?
young. Yeah.
Nobody should have a limit. Nobody should have a limit. Usually the big kids, especially in this day and age, especially like in Philadelphia, the big kids go with the little kids because they're the chaperone, so the parent doesn't have to go.
Yeah, but they don't have to. They don't have to go up and ask for candy.
Well, that's true.
Usually they're too cool to do it anyway. But so what if you're the home? Like I don't care. Give them a little candy.
So what do the big kids do? They stand on the curb and just watch the younger kid go up to the porch and get it, make sure that everything's okay.
I don't mind it.
12. Yeah, I agree. JC3, you and I are on the same page.
Disagree.
12.
So,
12.
All right. So Dawn says basically anybody at any age.
Yeah. It depends. Let the people decide. Because the neighborhood really will decide.
Oh, all right. So let's expand this conversation.
No, wait. Let me just say this because I think we're conflating two different things here.
Okay.
It's going out dressing up and walking around on Halloween and then physically going up to people's doors and asking for candy.
Yes.
Physically going up to doors and asking people for candy is like 12, 10,
Okay.
maybe 10.
So what's the cutoff for dressing up for Halloween?
You can dress up at Halloween at any age.
A show suggestion here.
Okay.
I think what day is officially Halloween? Is it during the work week coming up?
Yeah, it's a
The
Tuesday.
31st?
Yeah, it's a Tuesday.
I think since we do this show and have a visual component, I think we should do the show in a Halloween costume. I think we should all come dressed up for the show that day.
I am 100% in agreement with you.
Like I might I'll pull out my Batman costume and I will do the show as Batman.
The one wild card is, as she is in everything that we do, is Dawn Stenslin. Will she dress up?
Yes. The straw that stirs the drink.
I have to think about it.
The journalist of the program, Dawn Stenslin. Questioning the
Why do
answers
you have to
and
think
answering
about
the
it? You just
questions.
said that any kids at any age can go and dress up, so dress up for the show.
Well, then I'll dress up for wine if you want to, so
Yeah, we'll bring wine and we'll do the show in Halloween costumes, and the 9 o'clock hour will be off the walls, more than it normally is. I'm all for that. I will be in costume for Halloween Tuesday on Kayal and Company. So if you haven't hit the subscribe or like button, do it because you're going to want to be able to see the big take with me donning the black caped Crusader outfit.
Well, that's just like, what if we're in the middle of World War III?
That's fine.
I know.
And you're in
Exactly.
I'll deliver the big take, which will be better than what
costume.
Joe did last night from the Oval Office.
Oh.
And then I'll quickly get on the Batcopter and fly over and end all the wars.
Peter S. asks the question of the day, Nick.
What's that?
Clooney Batman or Kilmer Batman?
They both suck.
Exactly.
It's Keaton or Bale. There's no in between.
Thank you.
And Adam West from the original TV show in the 60s.
Old man Dudley wants you to dress up as Elvira, Dawn.
Elvira?
Yeah.
Elvira. I was thinking Barbie.
Better than Alfalfa.
Do you like blonde Barbie?
I don't know. That's
Wonder
a
Woman.
little too risque. You could come as Poison Ivy as the female villain from the Batman movie.
It's so funny because my youngest son, he and his girlfriend are going to a Halloween party, and that's what they're going. He's going to be, what's he going to be, the Joker, and she's going to be Poison Ivy or something.
So is your youngest son
Harley-
still going to go trick-or-treating?
Harley Quinn, maybe, Dawn?
Okay.
Harley Quinn. Love Harley. Yeah.
No. That's what I'm saying.
I love Harley
Is
Quinn.
it the Joker and Harley Quinn, or is it the
No,
Joker and
Poison Ivy. She's
Okay.
going to be Poison Ivy.
Gotcha.
So will your son be going trick-or-treating as well? The youngest one?
No, I think once you're, a sophomore, junior in high school, they're doing parties.
Mm-hmm.
They go to a Halloween party,
The other thing
which
that
is probably at my house, and I don't even know it yet,
Well,
but that's okay.
No, you'll find out eventually. The other thing I think is a violation as well when it comes to trick-or-treating on Halloween, you got to stay in your community, in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, if you want to walk as far as you can on your own feet, that's fine. But I have seen people in the past that have gotten into their car, left their neighborhood, their development, their little walking radius, so to speak, and gone way out of the way to get even more. Like, how much candy do you really need? And let's be honest, who can't afford, even with Bidenomics, who can't afford candy? So, you have your 6 to 8 p.m. little window. You start off and it's, still a little bit of daylight. And then the final hour and 15 minutes are dark. I remember when we were taking my girls in Nashville from 2019, 2020. Actually, no, I don't think we did it in 2020 with the pandemic. Did it again in 21, and I was back up here so 19 and 21. I'm telling you, you say, oh, it's a 6 to 8 window. That's the longest 2 hours of your life as a parent. I really believe that. Like, I looked down at my watch. It said 6:45. I looked at Chris. I'm like, we still have an hour and 15. Their bag is already full.
I cherish it. I remember when we were still on the Zioli show one afternoon, and I still bring it up to Larry because I was like, just wait for me. And I rush to Mount Air, and they're like, nope, we're done.
Yeah.
And it was like, are you kidding me?
Uh-huh.
Because it's like, when they're that age, it's so sweet.
So,
It's great memory.
10 years ago when we had our house in Bethlehem before I moved to Nashville, we had nothing to do, and her brother and sister-in-law came over. So we just, hung out, and I dressed up as Mike Myers from the slasher movies. And I said, I'm gonna put a basket of candy on the porch, and I'm going to sit on the porch in a chair as if I'm like not alive, like a stuffed animal, a stuffed doll.
That's so funny.
We put the thing up and had a sign, please grab one from the bucket. And I sat there for about the first 30, because then eventually my back started to hurt, and I was like, hey, I'm done with this. I sat there for about 30 minutes, and people thought I was not real. I had the jumpsuit on, the hair, the white mask, and I would make little subtle moves and scare the hell out of like 8-year-olds.
Kevin Pools writes that you should, Dawn, you should dress up, get a blonde wig and dress up as Ann Coulter.
Oh, that's a good one. With Chardonnay and diet drugs. By the way, it's Poison Ivy and Riddler.
That's correct.
Yes. That's the couple.
Jim Carrey was the Riddler
Yeah.
in that movie. I think it was Selma Hayek played Poison Ivy, but I could be wrong.
All right, so what's the age limit?
For trick-or-treating for kids?
Yeah.
I'm going to come off as 16. I'm going to go 14.
16?
Why do we have to make an age limit? It shouldn't
14.
be.
14.
Yeah.
Dawn.
Some municipality, no age limit. The
Dawn,
government
go
should
with the
say.
bit.
The government should stay out of Halloween.
Nobody's saying the government needs to be involved in this. I'm just saying, what is the age limit for when should kids stop trick-or-treating?
You're never too young and you're never too old.
She's saying no limit.
No limit.
She's all in.
No limit.
You're really bad at this.
She's maxing it out.
No limit.
Nope.
It's a day to have fun.
Yeah.
Just have fun, and it should be ageless.
It's also a day of anxiety because you have to go through the candy. And I know that people, if we did that in the 70s and the 80s, and maybe they don't do it. I would argue now more than ever, now is the time where if you have a child, you should go through and examine the candy.
especially the dark chocolate.
I'm serious. Razor
be
blades could be
Oh,
laced with
stop.
laced with
Razor blades.
fentanyl.
Yeah,
That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
Yeah.
Just stick to neighborhoods you know.
And by the way, I would say this too. And we don't have to sit here and rank the candy because I'm not a huge candy person, so to speak. I used to love when people would give out bags of party mix. I'll take the little,
What's wrong with you?
the old 25-cent bags of party mix.
What do you mean? What's that mean? Party mix?
What a terrible
Remember
take.
what's in the vending machine?
Yeah,
It's
terrible.
Oh,
it's like
Terrible take that
Doritos,
is, yeah.
pretzels, corn chip.
Yeah,
Ugh.
corn chips. Somebody likes corn chips.
You were not a Party Mix fan?
Horrendous.
Oh, I loved party mix back in the day.
Terrible take.
I might grab a bag during the next commercial.
Okay.
Eat it on the air. Drive you guys nuts.
Please don't.
How about that?
Yeah.